Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment as the Tennessee Titans get it done. They win 33-27 over the Seattle Seahawks, and for the first time this season I have been wrong when it comes to predicting the outcome of a Tennessee Titans game. I thought the Titans would lose this game, especially after the injury to wide receiver Corey Davis, but I was wrong today, and damn it, I'm happy to be wrong. But I'm right about my overall view and my overall stance on this football team. This is a good football team. You can call me biased all you want. This team is, to me, will go 11-5 this season, win the AFC South, and return to the playoffs for the first time since 2008. And man, it looks clear as day to me as we are 3 games into the 2017 NFL season. This is a good football team, and they faced another good football team today. You can see the talent Seattle has. You can see that that was a good football team that came into Nashville today, and still, the Tennessee Titans got it done, and they got the W 33-27. Things did not start out great in this football game. Marcus Mariota was not connecting early. He was overthrowing wide receivers early. But by the end of the game, he looked like the elite quarterback we know he can be, and his final stat line showed that 20 of 32, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 104 passer rating. So continuing to slowly ascend is Marcus Mariota. Look out for that. How about our run game in this football game? Specifically, our run game in the second half. The first half, it wasn't pretty. The second half, it was very pretty. DeMarco Murray, 75 yards to the end zone for the touchdown. Now, I don't want to flip-flop because I've been flip-flopping on my stances on these Tennessee Titans running backs as of late. Okay, because I was saying preseason and after week 1, I still like Murray over Henry. And then last week, I was saying, you know what? Okay, fine. I like Henry over Murray. And then today, I like Murray over Henry. So you know what? I'm not going to take either stance. I'm just going to say, for any game, just run them both, and whoever's looking better, run them. Okay, I think that's what we have to do because sometimes one of them looks better than the other, and overall, it's hard to choose right now. But it was nice to see DeMarco Murray looking more and more like his 2016 form. 75-yard rushing touchdown. Fantastic by him. This is what we need from him. Not every damn week, but we need to see more of this, and I loved seeing that. Derrick Henry, he started out really slow, -6 rushing yards after the first half, but then he really picked it up, ended the game with 54 rushing yards, and really helped us to churn the game out late. That's his move. That's what he does, and I loved seeing that. You look at the wide receivers. I keep telling y'all, I'm going to tell y'all every week, Rishard Matthews is a damn beast. Okay, I said this last week and I couldn't believe this. I got a comment saying, dude, you overrate Rishard Matthews. Do you watch these games? Do you know how integral Rishard Matthews is to our passing game? I think if you take Rishard Matthews away from this football team right now, we may be 1-2 because this guy is so valuable. And today, 55-yard touchdown by Rishard Matthews that really helped to open up this entire offense. This guy is huge for this football team. He continues to come down with these first down catches over the middle of the field. And then today, the huge play. I love me some Rishard Matthews, and man, when we can finally trot out Corey Davis, Rishard Matthews, and Taywan Taylor out there running around like a bunch of healthy idiots, man, it's going to be nice for our football team. And I use that term idiots slightly. They're not really idiots. But we can use those lineups right there. I'm telling you, this offense will be nice, not only this year, but years to come. Because Corey Davis and Taywan Taylor are only going to improve. And I can already see nice things from Taywan Taylor. I like Taywan Taylor. I know today Eric Decker did better than Taywan Taylor. I don't care. I like Taylor over Decker. I want Taylor to play more than Decker. I want to see more of Taywan Taylor. But Rishard Matthews is great. Delanie Walker didn't have his best game of the season, but he was still good. And how about Jonnu Smith? I completely forgot to talk about Jonnu Smith last week. This guy's good, okay? And you can see in his touchdown reception last week, the agility, the athleticism that he has to his arsenal. Had another touchdown this week. Man, we're going to have a nice tight end duo, hopefully this season, but definitely in seasons to come as Delaney Walker gets older, but Jonnu Smith gets older in a good way. It's going to be nice to see this whole offense. I mean, you're already seeing the pieces already set. I mean, we don't even need, hopefully, to even improve upon this offense in the offseason, because hopefully we can retain all these guys. They go into next season, Davis improves, Taylor improves, Smith improves. That's it. We have the same offense from 2017 to 2018, maybe 2019, because all the pieces are already set for the Tennessee Titans, and now we're putting up points. We put up 33 points on the Seattle Seahawks today. We put up 37 points on the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. In week 1, we looked a little slow, and I told you that was going to happen, right? This is why I tried to tell you that preseason game against the Bears, it did not tell us that the Titans were going to stink this year. It told us the offense would take a while to get going, and it took a while to get going, but now they're going. Okay, so that's what I was talking about there. Love this offense right now. Now, we look at the defense for this football team, and they struggled. They actually struggled a bit today, not early, but late. You know, they let Russell Wilson go down the field, and I don't think it's a big deal because, again, we had the game pretty much won after the third quarter. But, man, 4 touchdowns allowed to Russell Wilson. Don't love that. Adoree Jackson continues to have his struggles. I know he had pretty good coverage on the Doug Baldwin touchdown. It was still a touchdown. Okay, you're still going to see Adoree Jackson give up touchdowns. Logan Ryan, I think overall he's good. I still think he's good, but sometimes he allows a little bit too much. You know, he lets these wide receivers go up the field a little bit too much for my liking. We know Bryce McCain isn't very good, although he did have a nice pass deflection in the end zone. He's not very good. LaShawn Sims actually looks pretty good. I like LaShawn Sims right now for this football team. Avery Williamson, I don't think he's been very good, although I've never thought much of Avery Williamson, as plenty of y'all know. I think Wesley Woodyard's better. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that thinks Wesley Woodyard is better than Avery Williamson? Because this is what I see. I see Woodyard making plays, Williamson not so much. 2 tackles for loss today for Wesley Woodyard, okay? You know, you saw him doing a little headstand afterwards, one of them, and Williamson was just in the background, as he's normally in the background. He'll tackle you once you get past the line of scrimmage, but he ain't gonna meet you at the line of scrimmage. He ain't gonna meet you before it. That's my problem with Avery Williamson. It continues to be my problem with Avery Williamson, but whatever. Kevin Byard. This guy continues to come down and help with run support, and he's doing really good at that. Let me emphasize that. But I still feel like he's missing some coverage ability. He's not making plays in the backfield enough for me. We need some more plays in the secondary. He needs to be making more plays in the secondary. But again, as a run supporter, he continues to be really good, and I like that. Jarrell Casey stepped up today. Good. I talked about this last week. I need to see more from Jarrell Casey. I saw it today. He had a big tackle for loss today. I loved that. Welcome back, Jarrell Casey. Now go ahead and get you a sack. Okay, so that way Mike Keith can do his patented sack as he loves to do. I can't even do it right now because my voice is still recovering. We look at the other stuff for this football team. That's pretty much it for the defensive side of things. I mean, we were getting some pressure. Ryan Arakpo, Derek Morgan, they were doing their thing. I don't think they came down with the sack today, but you saw them getting pressure, and I'm happy with all that. For Seattle, okay, this is an unfortunate loss. Especially because your defense ended up looking kind of weak near the end of this game. And I have Seattle going to the Super Bowl heading into this season, and I don't see a reason to change that yet. If anything, I actually kind of like it right now because at least now your offense is showing some signs of life. Jimmy Graham was finally getting involved offensively. Chris Carson looks like he could be the running back for this football team. But Russell Wilson, you know, at times this guy's even despite the pressure, I know the pressure is on him, but at times he's missing some throws and making some bad decisions. He's not throwing interceptions, but he could be playing better to me. Right now he's playing about a B or B plus Russell Wilson, whereas in the past it's been A minus or even A Russell Wilson. I think he can improve a little bit. You look at the other units for this football team today, Richard Sherman struggled, especially with penalties. He didn't allow many receptions, but the penalties were ridiculous for Richard Sherman. I know he has his competitive edge, and that's what you love about him, but you just can't give up these penalties. I've never seen this before. Richard Sherman had 3 penalties on one play. I've never, to my recollection, can I not remember seeing a player having 3 penalties on one play. I can't believe that. That's what happened today with Richard Sherman. Don't love that, but I think it was just an unfortunate game that we've seen Seattle have in September, okay? For some reason, in September on the road, they struggle. And I don't get it, but that's their move. I think we just saw their move again today. I still have Seattle winning the NFC West, although you guys do appear to have a competitor in the LA Rams. Now, we'll see if that ends up being legitimate, because I think we can all agree if the Rams go 9-7, that's really, really good for them, okay? And that's probably not going to win the division. So I still like Seattle to win this division, even if they only go 10-6, because are the Rams really going to go 10-6? Probably not, right? So I still like Seattle to win the division. Then the question is, from there, can they beat Green Bay? Can they beat the Cowboys if the Cowboys get there? Can they beat the Falcons, who appear to really be headed and poised to go to the NFC playoffs yet again and compete there and really do well there yet again? That's the question right now for Seattle. You're weathering the storm. It's early. Find your overall team mentality, your team look. You're still assembling that to me. Will you be defensive? Will you be offensive? Will you be a mix of the two? Today, you were more offensive than defensive. For the past 2 weeks, you've been more defensive than offensive. What is the mixture? We need to find out, but I'm not panicking for the Seattle Seahawks. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on this. And let me tell you, Titans fans, this. Okay, now we're ready to roll. Next 4 games, we got at Houston, at Miami. We host the, let me go check the schedule. I know we go to Cleveland and we host another team that I'm not afraid of. We host the Colts. That's what we do. So we go at Miami. We go at Houston. We go at Miami. We host the Indianapolis Colts, and we go to the Cleveland Browns. I'm thinking 4-0. Okay, I'm thinking 4-0. Now, we probably won't. We'll probably choke one of those games for a reason that I won't understand. So let's say 3-1. 5-2 after week 7, that's what I'm looking at. I mean, there's no reason why this team should not be 5-2 after 4 more weeks, okay? At Houston, I think that's a win. Perhaps if there's any of these we're likely to lose, it's that one, especially after today Deshaun Watson actually looked like an NFL quarterback. Wow. Perhaps we lose that one, but then at Miami, who lost to the Jets today, hosting the Colts, who may have Andrew Luck, but I don't care, and then at the Cleveland Browns, who still stink really bad. I like this team right now, and this is, again, why I had this team going 11-5 this season. Why I told you after week 1, I don't care that we lost at home to the very good Oakland Raiders. I don't care, because we can still win 11 games. We're still going to win 11 games, and right now, I still have 11 games, but today it looked a lot more like 12. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the Titans win over the Seattle Seahawks. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment. And I'm out. See you all later.